Get ready for the Squawking Eagles Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Squawking Eagles Podcast, and welcome back to Game 1 of the NFL season. We are here. I'm joined by Miguel and Mark. Let's go. How's it going, guys?
I can't complain, but I didn't just come back from a cruise, so
Boom.
Let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna do when Eagles Nation runs wild on you? Oh yeah,
celebrate.
Yes. Celebrate. We are back. It's the official start of the football season. I'm pumped. We've all been ready since, I guess, February to get this season started. The season kicked off last night, Thursday night, where the Detroit Lions came in and pounced all over the Kansas City Chiefs with a big score of 21-20.
I mean, they both kind of played terribly.
Right?
Thank you, Lions, for my $10 payout on DraftKings.
Only 10? Only 10?
I only put $4. I wasn't that confident.
I put $10 on that money line, got 30.
Whoa, here we go.
Yeah, I did lose one bet though. You see, I made a bet that Dak would throw the first pick six and have
worth the money. Worth the money.
Worth it. Worth like $1.
Take it. Still take it.
Right.
So yeah, here we are. We're gonna be talking about Game 1, Eagles Patriots. We'll do a little bit of a breakdown about what we see, what we're going to be waiting for, what we're going to be looking for. Billy B. And then we're going to talk about some comments that are come up on the Instagram about one former defensive coordinator of the Eagles. We'll discuss his comments.
I wonder which one you're talking about. Ray Rhodes?
Ray Rhodes. And we'll go over our predictions for our game, and then we'll sign off.
At least we're not talking about Chip Kelly again. So
thank God.
Yeah, but still, look at his name gets thrown into the podcast no matter what. Like somehow he just weasels his way in there to say his name. That's it.
I don't think we've done the pod where that name hasn't come to the chat.
We definitely have. I'll have to go back.
Gotta go back. I think we're on this is episode number 77.
Really? Wow.
Yes, episode 77. We're almost there. 100 episodes. We'll have to do a little big thing for a 100 episode here. I don't know, think about
maybe an in-person episode where we record.
Hey,
together.
Wow. Is that a thing?
Like an official podcast? Like we're sitting in a room with a table and our own mics. Like, hey guys.
Wow.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Maybe even we can celebrate by having like next year's fantasy draft, a little like commemoration towards it, where we don't have someone mess with the scoring and we have everyone draft in person.
Smell a rig.
The scoring was not rigged.
Smell a rig.
I'm playing against the team I drafted. I drafted 4 teams, I think. I drafted for Chris. I drafted for Brian. I drafted for Miguel.
Oops.
I drafted myself.
Miguel, just so you know, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
This man wanted you to have the worst team ever.
I was not.
I was skipping. The mock draft would have him take this guy. There's these guys left on the board. They're going like, I have a mock draft for now. He takes a kicker in round 6. I'm like, no, he does not.
Wow.
No, he does not.
Mark,
Disrespect.
I'm glad you were there because it was hard to take care of my team plus 3 other teams. So
was it though?
And then somebody left in the middle of it, and I had to take over for that team too.
So see, when I hosted mine, I had to do it for 2 other people as well. You know what's really cool? Following the ADP list on like ESPN just makes it real easy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like, hey, who's the next best available player? That's probably who they're going to take, unless it's like early round.
We did our best. We did our best, Mark. We did our best.
I don't really want the we.
Yes,
I had to come in and rescue.
Nobody needed rescuing, Mark. Nobody needed rescuing, Mark.
Man, you wanted to give this man like 7 players from our division rivals. He needed to be rescued.
That was the way it was shaken out.
Hey, Miguel, have you looked at your team?
I have. I'm very impressed with it.
You have.
See, he's solid. He's impressed with his team.
Because I saved him.
You did. You saved it in the sixth round, maybe.
He's got Pollard. He's got who you got?
You gave me Barkley. You gave me Barkley.
I drafted Barkley for you.
Yes,
I
you did.
What pick did I have?
There was better on the board. Don't worry.
I don't know. What was it? 9?
Yeah.
9?
Damn, that was deep. Yeah. Okay.
Or no, 7 or 9. I can't remember.
I think he was 9. I have the picture.
Joe Barra, Barkley, Pollard, Higgins, McLaurin.
I drafted a good team. I drafted you a good team.
Yeah, I mean,
he did not want to give you Waller.
I did want to give him Waller.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. We should have recorded that. We should have recorded it, and that was my bad. We should have recorded it so we can keep track.
You didn't want to give him Kamara because you go, well, he's suspended. I was like, that doesn't matter. I
didn't want to give him Kamara. That is true. I did not want to give you Kamara.
You guys should have really recorded it. I would have enjoyed that.
We will next time.
I was too sun blasted and drunk on the deck of that shit. Fighting for a spot in the pool.
Our season is off to a bang up start. We've already got some questionable scoring things here, but it's also the scoring didn't affect anybody's team. It didn't affect anyone's team.
All I know is that somehow I got Justin Jefferson, and then 24 picks later, Amon-Ra St. Brown. What you guys were doing in this draft, I don't know. But
I think a lot of people were afraid of him because I don't know in your draft, but in other drafts he was questionable, so a lot of people stayed away from him. So
Amon-Ra.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why people shied away. It was only a toe injury.
5 receiver. Yeah, right. It was like they even said one of the things. They're like, hey, we're just kind of not having him practice because you don't have your stars get hurt.
He looked good last night.
That Putty looked nice.
Jared Goff looked good too.
Yeah, but just want to put it out there that somehow you didn't forewarn the people in this draft that quarterbacks not normally a high priority pick. I think 5 of them went in the first 2 rounds.
Well, let me tell you. In each draft, I've done 3 drafts, and by the 3rd round, people were grabbing Mahomes, Hurts, or Lamar Jackson in each one of them.
It blows my mind.
Our draft got thrown off as soon as Jalen Hurts went number 3.
Yeah, 3rd overall, a quarterback. And look, I love Hurts, obviously, but
listen, bro. the way I view it, quarterback is the number 1 position in all sports, right? Are we in agreement with that? It's the most important position, right?
It is, yeah.
So why in a fantasy draft is it against the rules that or the so-called rules that you draft a quarterback so early? You know what I mean? Everybody wants to push the quarterback so late back in the draft, but
it's not so much that
it's spot.
No, the problem is not that it's the rules, but it's you know what? Pat Mahomes, how much did Pat Mahomes put up last night? I don't even know.
Not 19
points or something like that.
And Goff probably something similar.
Probably 17.
All right, so when Dak Prescott loses and puts up 17 or 18, and Derek Carr puts up 17 or 18, Anthony Richardson puts up 17 or 18, you realize that it's not that it's against rule, it's just it's low priority because every quarterback throws the ball. You're going to have ones who throw more picks, and those are going to suck. But even in a 16-man draft, there's quarterbacks available in the 5th, 6th, 7th round that'll be just fine.
I can understand that thought with a pocket passer, but when you have a quarterback that's a dual threat, it's even that pushes them way up the fantasy board. So
they don't know because running doesn't get that many yards, doesn't get you that many points. That's why running backs are starting to fall off.
We're gonna
need to change fantasy then.
PPR, but it's all about those receptions.
Well, they need to change the rules sometimes.
That's the only reason I agree with Mike's draft of Swift. I'll be honest, as much as I obviously love not all the Eagles and our Eagles running back core, I'm not touching Eagles running backs in fantasy because of the committee that we're definitely going to run with. However, Swift is going to get 40 to 50 catches this season. So there's points right there.
Yep. All right. On top of that, Travis Kelce gets me one more time. He decides not to play, and now I have him sitting on my bench.
Did you draft Joe Mixon?
No, I didn't draft Joe Mixon.
You should have drafted Joe Mixon. Now Joe Mixon's going to hurt you.
Of course, he will.
I think that's why Jason Kelsey sat out because he knew that you drafted him. He's like, "Fuck you, Mike." All that shit you was talking about.
100%. 100%. He's that's 100% what happened.
Bro,
He was
100%.
fine. He looked fine on the
You
side.
know what was? Kobe Dean found the podcast, was listening to it. Jason Kelsey heard you talking shit about his brother, called up his brother, said, "Yo, the local media is hating on you." He goes, "You know what? Them fans, I'm not playing."
I would like to say he sent him the link to the podcast and he listened to it.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
If we have the Kelsey brothers listen to our podcast,
I mean, they have to, right? Like these players have to listen. Like, if I'm in the NFL, I'm gonna listen to what people are saying. You know what I mean?
yeah. But I mean, like, you're gonna listen to like one of like, look, I love us, I love
One
what
of
we
the
do.
best
You're gonna
podcasts.
listen to but you're gonna listen to one of the bigger names, like like our local
true.
radio stations have podcasts, and
I
We'll
mean,
get there.
if
We'll
Bryce
get there.
Harper's listening
Take
to
some time.
94.1, maybe he's somebody is listening to
Yeah.
us. You know what I mean?
A little
It might
bit.
be a practice player, but
well,
you know,
hey, like I
Boston
said,
Scott.
it was Dean that
Okay.
liked our post, right?
Yeah.
true. Boston Scott's girlfriend who liked our TikTok page. She's a follower.
Hey, if you're a player,
Fiance. I'm sorry, fiance.
if you're a player listening to this podcast, leave a comment at the bottom. Let us know
Right.
that you're listening.
Let's celebrate it. First player to do it, we all buy their jersey.
Boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
That's it.
All right,
Beckerman, we need that hookup. Beckerman.
it's coming. This he sent me tech pics, man. Those jerseys look nice.
I'm so
Yeah, they
excited.
do.
I'm so excited to rock.
I wish they were here in
it.
time for Sunday.
Yeah, I know,
That'd
right?
be amazing. Instead, I have to
Speaking
wear.
of which,
What do I
which
wear?
jersey- What jersey y'all wearing on Sunday?
I don't know.
6'2"?
Kelsey.
Yeah, I don't have. The only current player I have is Barnett.
That's funny. Barely. He's gonna get cut for a punter by Saturday.
Nah, we won't even trade him. We're not going to cut him if we're not going to trade him. Bro, I mean, like, I'm not wearing Wentz. I'm not wearing Sanders.
You can't do that.
I
No.
can't. I mean, I feel like maybe I could wear Ertz honorably, but like, at least he was a player that left with some respect. You know,
Yeah.
most of Philadelphia did not want him to go.
Yeah, that's the problem. Nobody wanted him to leave.
You know, and but yeah, like I don't want to wear Barnett. Why do you even get the jersey order in
tape.
soon? Or
Put duct tape on
Jersey.
the back.
You need a jersey. You need some sort of jersey to wear.
I'll just probably wear a t-shirt. It's too hot.
Can't believe how hot it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna strip, paint my body green, call it a day.
No, please, no.
I'll record it just for you, Mike. Get the rolls going.
Let's jump into this game here. All right, we're talking Eagles Patriots. The line opened up at a 3.5, but now it's up to 4. So
I still bet on 10. So
everyone's betting on the Birds. Yeah, it's the line is at 4 now. That's a
I mean,
good
if
thing.
you look, let's be honest here. I understand it's Belichick, but 3 points.
Yeah.
3 points. You don't think we're gonna win by more than 3 points?
Hey, according to we'll talk about the simulation that you did at the end of
You're
this,
not wrong.
but-
You're not wrong, but that's trash. It's Madden, bro. Madden's trash.
Man.
We can't agree with Tyreek Hill.
So here we go. So let's get into it. Eagles Patriots. Miguel, you want to? What do you got? Some of the things you got to say about this game.
Well, I hear the weather's about to play a factor into this game, so
Mm-hmm.
I
We'll
added
see.
that.
you did.
I added
Right.
weather in Madden. I
Cool.
knew it was coming.
And you know the whole Tom Brady's celebration is going to be going on at the same time. So I'm hoping we come in and we spoil that little celebration for them. Give them a little reminder of Super Bowl 52 there. Hopefully we hit them with a Philly special somewhere in the game.
That'd be
Can
nasty.
you imagine? Can
That'd
you
be
imagine?
disrespectful.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said last week in last week's pod, I had some fear going into this game just because our coordinators are new and just hearing what was going on in the offseason with, not getting players to the position in time, confusion in play calling. So, but seeing how the Patriots are talent lackluster-ish of players right now. I mean,
You not believe in Daddy Mac and Cheese?
No.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I just don't. I mean, who's he throwing to out there? Juju Smith-Schuster?
But
Yeah,
Whatever.
I think actually he's hurt too.
But
is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
Kraft owns the Patriots, so he owns Daddy Mac and Cheese, right? Like that's Kraft and Mac.
I mean,
I'm surprised they don't play
I see no fear in this game. I expect a stomping. I expect a 31-10 victory, maybe.
Wow, 31-10. The prediction already. Wow,
I love
early
it.
prediction.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. All right. Mark, what do you got? We got.
Well, what was my thing last year, boys?
Run the ball.
Run that ball, bro. I'm on that train. If you think that we got DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, Boston Scott, and Kenneth Gainwell, and we're not going to run it down their throats, you're crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, we'll throw the ball to a rock. Brown's gonna get his. Smith's gonna get his. Jalen's gonna do his thing. But if it's gonna be rainy, and you got a running back by committee that could start, any one of those players could start at half the teams in the NFL. I'm not even. I understand. Yeah, people. Oh, there's better running backs in Boston Scott. There's better. Well, some of them. Not every team. There's still teams that would benefit from a Boston Scott, from a Kenneth Gainwell. They're a little disrespected, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Swift, when he's healthy, probably one of the most elusive backs in the NFL. I said that last year when we were going up against him. I said, you can go back and check my receipts. I said, watch for Swift. He's going to hurt us. If anyone plays well and hurts us, it would be Swift when we played the Lions. And what happened? We almost lost that game. DeAndre Swift put up 100+ yards on our defense. We were in trouble.
Yeah.
Now we have him. We took one of the biggest weapons that hurt us and said, you come over here where you belong. We're going to win, my guy. So he's here with us. We took Rashad Penny, and but the guy's, when he's healthy, he's a good back. He's going to run it down and hit you. He says, I know a lot of people are going on and on about Belichick. He's had all season to prep, all off season. They had the whole. You still have Mac Jones throwing the ball. Yeah, you've got Ramondre Stevenson running it, but we'll see how that. Can you rely on him as heavily as we can rely on a committee? I don't think you can. You're going to bring in Zeke. Is Zeke going to be your secret sauce? I don't think so, my guy. If you're going to bring in Zeke, are you bringing him in a center or running back? Because
good one.
We're coming in here. You got to think that not only is Jalen Hurts coming in calm, cool, and collected,
and focused,
super focused.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, you got the committee ready. You got AJ Brown, who wants to have a better season than last season, which, let's be honest, that's high standard right there. Devontae is only getting better.
That's Captain Devontae to you.
Captain AJ.
Fact.
Yeah.
And then you switch the other side. Jalen Carter's got a chip on his shoulder. Nolan Smith has a chip on his shoulder.
Preach.
These guys are coming in hungry, my guy. They're looking at it going, Mac Jones is our first steak to eat.
Yeah.
38-14. 3 sacks.
Wow.
And a pick for the Eagles defense.
Wow.
Only 3 sacks?
Only 3 sacks.
Wow. How can I follow those two dominant predictions there? What I like to do is a little player comparison and go down the list, and I just really off the bat, we'll just do it. Quarterbacks, Eagles all the way. Running backs, Eagles. Wide receivers, Eagles. Tight ends, Eagles.
You can say a whole line.
Offensive line, Eagles. So that Eagles offense is way better than the Patriots offense. So that's right. That's easier stuff. That's easy. Defensive line, Eagles. Now linebackers, because our linebackers are so new and raw, I gave it to the Patriots.
Just untested. That's all.
Just untested. Next week going to be different. Next week after this game we'll tell where our linebackers are going to be for next week.
Don't worry, Dean. I believe in you.
All right. Corners got to go for the Eagles.
Oh, you have to.
Special teams, I'm going to go for the Patriots only because we don't have a punter.
Or a punt returner.
Or a punt returner. So I'm going to give it to the Patriots because the Eagles are in special teams. It's very questionable.
So is that going to be Boston Scott back there for us?
It has to be, yeah. He's more reliable.
Only got 4 receivers.
Yeah,
you can't put a receiver back there.
Too much risk of injury. Yeah. They're Eagles are really putting a lot of value on the fact that they're going to stay healthy, I think, because 4 receivers and 4 running backs, that's, special team, we said special teams, safeties. I'm going to go with the Patriots for now because we're untested again with Reed and Sidney Brown. And so I'm going to, and then coaching, Billy B. I'm going to go with Billy B just because it's Billy B.
I won't argue that.
Have to do it. Just have to do that.
Yeah.
But if you go down straight, down the line and look at it's on paper, the Eagles are way better team than the New England
I don't
Patriots.
like that saying.
Let me ask you a question, Mike.
I don't like paper.
You got Billy B as the coaching coach over there, right? He takes away your best player on offense. Who's Bill Belichick taking away from this offense?
Who's he going to take? If he takes away AJ Brown, you still got Devontae, you still got Dallas, you still got Swift. You take away Jalen, but you still got Swift and Penny. You still have.
How do you take away Jalen?
I'm saying. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know.
Stop him from running those 1 yard runs? I doubt it.
He thinks.
I doubt it.
He can. I don't see Billy B coming up with a plan to take away.
He's
Jalen
like
Hurts.
the little engine that could if he never succeeded. Like, I think I can. It's like, but that hill, you can't. Like, you can't get up that hill because there's no track up that hill. So you can think it all you want, but the track doesn't go up that hill.
No. And I think that the Eagles are just going to, again, they talked to Sirianni, and Sirianni had talked about what their offense and defense looked like in the preseason. And he said, we had a vanilla offense and vanilla defense. We weren't going to give anybody a clue of what we're going to be doing. That is the smartest thing that you could have possibly done, because I know a lot of teams, they didn't do that. They were out there.
And that's why when I was so adamant with preseason, everyone's bitching about our preseason, like talking about particularly our backup quarterback. And here
we go.
I'm just saying, like, in general, first off, we weren't playing any star players. We're not going to.
No.
Because we're going vanilla, and we're putting players out there who are like, find me. I'd like to go back and look at it. I want to find a stat of any of the players that Mariota threw to. Did any of them make the team? If he threw it I don't think he threw it to Caius.
No.
And the other 3 never played.
Well, Cleveland got hurt, so
yeah. So no. So he threw to guys who never made the team. People going, he's throwing to people who are a half step above you when you get out of college. When you think that you're a good player.
Why are we having a backup quarterback argument right now?
because that said backup quarterback is one Marcus Mariota.
But I don't care about that. My point is that the whole people that I felt too many people are putting too much emphasis on any part of our preseason. Like our first game, we weren't playing well. Our defense looked shaky. Our offense wasn't there. Bro, it didn't matter. We didn't put any of our plays out there. We didn't put any of our playmakers out there. You think you saw the Eagles in preseason? You didn't see anything. You might as well have buried your head in the sand and said, "Oh, I see the future." It's like you're not seeing anything there.
Yeah. So I'll go with my prediction since you guys already did yours.
Do it. You won't.
I say 24-10 Eagles. It's going to be it's a new first day. First game jitters maybe. Get a little rust. They got to knock some rust off the tires here, but an easy win and a defensive dominated game.
I'll bet you the first quarter is close or shaking off that rust.
Yeah.
Second quarter, I think we maybe get a lead, a margin, and then second half is just.
Well, look at that Kansas City game last night. They had zero penalties for that first half. But
wow, 0 called penalties.
True.
There's a lot of holding. They're holding Hutchinson.
Not even just hold. Did you guys see? My mom is watching next to me. She called a false start on the O-line of Kansas City, the right tackle.
The right tackle.
There's one of the plays where that man is a yard deep before the ball is snapped. And I'm just like, and then it was a 3rd down to play for a 1st down.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you not I get it if it's close because I know. We used to get away with it with our left tackle before Mailata, the one who went on to be a Cowboy and talk shit on us because he's stupid like all the others who leave the team. You don't leave our city and talk shit on us, and then all of a sudden turn around and go, "Oh, I want to go back." All right, Ben Simmons, no, sit down. I know he used to get away with it, little kick step, but he was usually it was his foot would start moving and the ball would get snapped. This man's shuffling full both feet back to a full yard back, the ball goes. And it's like, bro, kids saw that was a false start. How are you missing it, refs?
Yeah. They did eventually call him for that, and they were talking. They were talking about it the whole game. They were talking about it, and they were saying like, as long as his helmet is lined up with the center's waist. I'm like, what?
No, that's not true. It's movement.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Well, remember, it is different rules for the Chiefs. Remember that. You remember, like, they're allowed,
right.
Little different set of rules. You got the NFL rule book that we all have to follow, and then there's NFL rule book for the Chiefs.
Let me tell you, Mark, the whole game I was thinking, no way they're going to allow the Lions to come in and beat the Chiefs, but
they tried, man. They tried so hard to give the Chiefs that game.
Yeah.
That NFL script, it's unpredictable, I'm telling you.
Unpredictable.
You know what? I think, even though I think the NFL loves the Pat Mahomes dynasty, the Chiefs dynasty, they want that second. They had that Brady era. Now they want to have that Mahomes era. I feel like maybe the collective fan base in the NFL was so sick of Brady and the Patriots winning for year after year after year after year that they turn around, they see this already kind of starting, and we're like, no, you had one, you got away with a second. Right. Relax. I hope that you have like a seven losses this season. Like, this is not happening, my guys. We're not ready. We don't want this to happen again. You don't have the team for it. If you do it again, then there's more BS than we care to admit in the league, because you have nobody. You have nobody. Like, without Kelsey, there's not a single player that Mahomes can rely on. So let's call it.
Tony is like gave that pick six to. That was a perfect pass by Patrick Mahomes, and the guy went right through his hands and
to a rookie, no less.
Ryan Branch,
right out of Alabama.
How much longer until Kadarius Toney gets cut?
He's going to
get cut in the middle of that game.
Right.
They don't have they don't have anyone else though. That's their problem. Yeah. If I'm them, I'm calling up Arizona. Arizona's clearly having a fire sale on everybody. I'm sure even an Arizona receiver might be better than some of the guys they have.
And that's a nice transition into Arizona. let's chat a little bit about Arizona.
I'm here for you, Mike. That's what I do.
Arizona Cardinals, a dumpster fire of a franchise, has now, they have this wonderful head coach. What's his name? He's not wonderful. He's trash. He's Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon, trash. Go ahead.
I just want to touch on a moment with Gannon real quick before you get into that part.
Yeah.
Last season, all right, Gannon and what was our OC's name? I can't remember his name.
Shane Steichen.
Okay. I remember having my friends, people I knew, complaining about them all season, especially Gannon. End of the year, both of them go for other jobs. The NFL media throws a whirlwind. The Eagles lost both coordinators. What are they going to do? And then all the Eagles fan base is like, oh, thank God we got rid of that guy.
Right?
Oh, my God. Everyone's like, oh, no, the Eagles lost their coordinator. And we're like, thank you. Thank you for taking his garbage elsewhere. You can go ahead with what you were going to say. I'm going to say I love the fact that, like, the rest of the world thought we were in trouble. We're here like,
thank goodness.
They still do. They still think that.
They still do. That's their thing.
I talked to somebody this morning at my job, and I asked him that same question, and he was like, "Nope,
you lost your coordinator.
Your coordinators is going to hurt you."
No way. So Jonathan Gannon there's two things that Jonathan Gannon has said. He came out and said that it was his fault that the Eagles lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know that.
And then it was also his idea that Nick Sirianni give up play calling to Shane Steichen. It was his idea, not Nick's.
Part.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Nick Sirianni came into the office and he said he didn't know what to do. He was having a hard time. And Jonathan Gannon said, give the play calling to Shane so you don't have to do it. It was Jonathan Gannon's idea. I was like, why are you even saying any of this? Like, makes zero sense. It just hurts. It just makes zero sense. So now we're seeing like Jonathan Gannon like a hype video. In his hype video, he's asking these guys. That's what he's doing. Video? He's trying to hype up his team, right? He's trying to get his team psyched up, right? That's what he was trying to do.
Do we have audio of this hype, Mike?
Yeah, if we can, we'll pause here. Let me find this hype here.
While you're finding it, let's just discuss that this is abysmal. Off rip, like it's crazy to me that the Eagles are losing players and coaches like this, and that they go on and do things like this. Like Wentz is like was it last month we talked about the whole Wentz photo he posted with him wearing 3 team jerseys, like he still has a future. And then you've got Gannon out here going like, "You guys ready?" And it's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you because you were whispering it.
All right, so
you actually had more emphasis than he had on it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Well,
tone it down a little bit more.
I think so. Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Let me.
Do you have a fire? Do you have a fire in your stomach? Can you feel that? Play the audio, Mike. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Feel me tickling your insides.
Oh man. Here we go. Let me share this here. This is now. It's not the original. It's from the Iraq Eagles.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the better one.
It's the better one.
Right.
This guy's too funny. This guy's funny. All right, here we go.
Welcome back. Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? You have fire in your gut? Did you? We're here for a reason. Don't get that twisted. Okay, we're here for a reason to win games.
Is that
If you
why
didn't
we're
have
here?
that fire in your gut, you better light the fire pretty fast. Be who you are. Just understand, I'm looking for killers.
Yeah. So that's his hype. That was the flight plan. They call it the flight plan.
Who drove here?
Who drove
took
here?
the bus?
Took a bus.
Who paid for the bus since we don't provide anything to this team?
Right. I was nobody was really psyched up to hear what he had to say. And
Does any NFL player take a bus to practice?
I think the one clip of the player biting his lip was making a decision like, damn, I think I want to try to get myself cut.
Or traded. Yeah, let me get out of here. God damn.
yeah, they've already begun. They've already begun the tank. They've already begun the tank for Caleb Williams.
Poor guy. Career's already over.
And I just saw a thing about Caleb Williams' dad said, it might not be a bad idea that we stay in college one more year after this.
He did say that.
He did say that. And like that's not a terrible idea.
Bro, they have the first and probably second pick.
Yeah, the mock draft, is Caleb Williams
and Marvin Harrison Jr. I do not look. I'll be honest. As a college football fan, I hate that. I hate that Harrison Jr. is in Ohio State in the first place because Ohio State's the worst. I don't look forward to facing him. He is the real deal. He has all of his father's talent. He's got the determination. That kid is a monster. I also don't want to see his career go and die because he's sent to a team that doesn't know their backside from their front side and thinks that touchdowns are in the parking lot. Like, I mean, they don't have a bus that goes from Ohio State to the Arizona Cardinals Stadium. I don't think they won't provide it. At least they'll make them pay for it. But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him like knowing my luck, just like we have in the past with Penn State players that we've loved. We're going to end up seeing him go somewhere like Dallas. And I'm just going to hate everything about that. But for both those kids' sakes, I hope that there's something different. I hope that Houston has a good enough season that someone else gets that second pick and can take Harrison's anywhere that's not Arizona.
Right. Well, Houston better start playing better.
I don't know who else
or
is
worse
bad as them.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Worse.
no, we need them to get. They can't be in the last two. They can't be 32nd or 31st.
Yeah,
then that pick goes right to Arizona.
Right to Arizona.
I just don't know who else is going to be that bad. Niners, mate.
Yeah, right. Niners. No.
Real quick, I have a question. I've been talking to people about this all week. I watch Good Morning Football. I watch analysts. I listen to things. I think I've said it before, and I still don't get it. What is with the hype on the Niners?
Man, the
Their
Niners.
defense.
Okay, they have one player.
No,
Well,
they
they're comparing their
Fred
defensive
Warner.
line to us. Yeah,
They're not with us. They have
that's
one
what they're.
player.
That's what they're trying to do. Compare their defensive line to us. That their
All right.
defense is
You know what?
better than ours.
I have an idea. Anyone out there who's not a complete moron, substitute the Eagles for the Niners, swap schedules. Tell me how those records go. Because I know everyone's bitching about our record being so tough, and like people are like, oh, you guys aren't going to win as many games as you think. It's too strong of a schedule. Guarantee you, we win more than the Niners would in our schedule. And I look at the Niners schedule earlier. I almost bet we would sweep that schedule. I mean, their division's weak. Seattle's the only thing tough, and Seattle's not that good.
Who's even their opening day quarterback?
I don't know.
It's going to be Brock. It's Brock Purdy.
But he
Brock
just
Purdy?
came back from fucking elbow surgery. He's not ready. There's no way he's ready.
That's why they traded Trey, because they have
need that
Brock
Sam Darnold.
and Sammy D.
Bro, I think it's like, and my other thing is always depth. Like, what happens if Nick Bosa gets hurt? Who's there?
He's going to get hurt because he took off all of preseason because of the contract.
Oh, he took off all of his senior year of college too. This kid is I'm not no disrespect to Bo. Look, Bosa, I respect you. You're one of the best players in the NFL, if not the best player right now. George Kittle is one of the nicest and most amazing people in the league. Phenomenal tight end. CMC has been one of the best and most reliable running backs, dual threat running backs in the history of the game. I get it. Debo, I'm sorry. I still don't think you're as good as everyone else does. Ayuk, I think you're overrated. We don't know who you have at quarterback. Like everyone talking about Brock Purdy. He played some games. He did all right. Everyone know he was amazing. Sometimes he
was undefeated for a while too, right?
Yeah, until what team gave him his first loss?
Look, I'll look back in the books on that one.
Figure it out.
And look, I'm not gonna say that there's no potential. Obviously, there's potential. Brock Purdy is the real deal, and he has a phenomenal career. That would be awesome for them. I'm not gonna lie, but we don't know yet. He hasn't played a full season. We don't know if it was just a freshman flash of brilliance or if he's actually that good of a quarterback. I don't know. But he also plays in one of the. I will give their coach credit. He always builds a great system for people to play in at quarterback. I mean, you've had a rotating core of quarterbacks who don't know how to play. I mean, the last good quarterback they had was Alex Smith. They haven't had a great quarterback since then. And they're going through all this run of like mediocre.
Jimmy
G's okay.
Are we forgetting about Colin Kaepernick?
He was never good. There was such an overhype on him. He was, if you look statistically, he is never more than a mid-grade quarterback. I am so done with Kaepernick's conversation. He was never as good as he said he was. He was borderline Dak. Okay, Dak is not as good as everyone thinks he is. That's where you're at with Colin Kaepernick. I'm so sick of Colin Kaepernick. Alex Smith was their last best quarterback, and since then they've had this rotating core of mediocrity. But they still are very successful because the team is built. I get it. Team's built, coach well, but they also have a very weak division. I mean, the last time the division had any strength in it was the Rams when they won the Super Bowl, and the Rams have fallen off real hard, real fast. Seattle is looking good. We got to see if it's going to be a repeat for Geno or if last year was a flash in the pan. And we literally just talked about how bad Arizona is. Like you literally look at their schedule and you could immediately chalk up minimum 3 wins just from 2 in Arizona. And I would say 4 wins. I would say you can.
They'll sweep the Rams. They'll sweep the Rams.
They should. I'm just saying if you want to be like, oh, they might lose one. Well, then fine. They lose one to one to Seattle, one to the Rams. But, they could sweep the Rams. They should sweep the Rams. They're going to sweep the Cardinals. They probably could sweep Seattle, but maybe not. Maybe they trade with Seattle. So you're starting off with 5-1 in your division before you have any other games.
Yeah.
People are saying that the Cowboys are going to win our division.
Yeah.
Or not.
A lot of people are saying that.
But the Giants are probably going to win this weekend. Dak's undefeated against the Giants. Yeah, well, Dak's also trash. So
I can't wait for this season to start.
It started. What do you mean?
Well, Sunday is really the start because it's all happening at once.
Bro,
why do we have to wait till 4:25? Come on,
I know, right?
Hold on, it's okay. Christ. It's okay. I'm actually okay with it because I get Sunday ticket. I get to watch all the other games, have a good time, and then
but I got to go to work that night. So.
Tell your boss you got to stop working Sundays. You just got to straight up tell him, like, look,
coming soon.
You just got to go and tell him, like, hey, look, I joined a new religion. I can no longer work Sundays.
Boom. Can't
And
they
then
can't
no
they can't
argument on
argue,
that.
can't argue with you.
I did that with Home Depot when I worked there. That got me out Sunday work. I sure did.
Hey, that's the way our country works, man. Religion comes first. Those
There we go.
Sundays, you need them.
Yeah.
Guys, this was great. Good to be back on the actual talking about a real game that's actually going to be happening. And as far as I know, our predictions are Eagles are going to win this game. I think it's not going to be close. We obviously do not think it's going to be that close. And the Eagles are going to be 1-0 going into Thursday night against those Minnesota Vikings.
You know,
I will not be playing Kirk Cousins on Thursday night. I'll be playing Jared Goof.
Two questions before you sign us off here.
Yeah, go for it.
I actually had a couple questions that I came up with a question yesterday, and I thought I was going to remember it, but I don't.
Write it down.
We're going to go with this question. I know I need to start writing my fucking questions down. It was an excellent question too, and I was like, "Oh, I'll remember it." And then we got to hear, and I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say." But I asked this question this morning. All right, so first off, because it is a divisional game going on, who are you guys projecting to win that Giants-Dallas game?
Giants.
Giants, 100%.
I feel the same way. Now, take your fandom out of this next question.
Oh boy.
Who has the better chance of winning the division? The Jets or the Giants?
The Jets. The Jets have an easier chance of winning their division than the Giants do. 100%.
Mark? I
don't
think
know.
I think he's stuck.
Really?
Look, I put it this way. The Commanders are still rebuilding. I think the Cowboys are a bit more of a dumpster fire than the rest of the league wants to admit. So the Giants could easily, if they split with us, be tied with us record-wise in the division.
Right.
Now, their overall record, their schedule is a little easier than ours. You look at the Jets and you say, all right, you're going up against the Bills, Miami, and the Patriots. Miami, when healthy, is a lights-out offense. That is going to be so hard. I don't care how good your D is. That's going to be a difficult team to play. That's why I have us losing to them. If I have our defense losing to them, Jets defense is good. It's not as good as ours. It could. I'm going to side with you that maybe the Jets might have a slight edge, but it's closer than people think. As much as I hate it, the Giants are a well-coached team.
Yeah,
they've built better. They're only missing they're missing one or two pieces. If somehow, I'm afraid to say this, I don't want to speak into existence because I might just cry forever. If they somehow end up with like Marvin Harrison Jr. next year,
they won't.
That would complete their team.
They won't.
That would make me cry.
I think you're right in saying that they're missing a receiver, maybe two receivers. But I don't think they'll be bad enough to get up to. I would say he's going to top 10, top 5, right?
Top 5, yeah.
Oh, easily top 5. Even if he breaks his leg, he'll probably go top 5.
I don't think the Giants are going to be that bad. I think they're going to be.
They could trade for that.
Do they have a
Saquon?
Do they have Howie in the SRGM?
Saquon's going to be a free agent though.
That doesn't stop Arizona from wanting him.
Arizona makes zero. That makes no. Arizona's dumb. Are they that dumb though?
They just traded away their 4th pick overall from a few years ago for a 7th round pick. Yeah, they're that dumb.
I guess so.
They're that dumb. Yeah, no, I could see them trading away for like trading one of their they'd be packaged with a few other things. They're probably like Saquon and a 1st for the 2nd overall, but it could happen.
It could. Yeah, I guess stranger things have happened.
I guess.
But
I'm pumped up. Let's go Sunday.
Sunday.
I never wanted the weekend to go by so fast. Listen, I was on that cruise drunk. I still represented. I had my Eagle jersey on one of those days, or Eagle shirt on one of those days. I had a couple people tell me "Go Birds."
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
go.
I was on that boat drunk, but and hot because we was in the middle of the ocean because we didn't get anywhere. But so I had a good time. I've been waiting for this weekend, so let's go. I'm psyched.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
I'm so hyped.
Yeah, let's
enjoy the game, guys. And
you guys already know how it goes. If you smell, I'm sorry. EAGLES
Eagles, let's go.
Play that music.
Play that music.